Well, hi everybody. Well, today we're back in the 50s like we were before. I'm as close as I can get to the 50s. Purple, pink was common back then. Pella pushes were packed by that probably back then. Well, today I'm making old-fashioned muffins with chocolate frosting. Now, that was very popular back in the 50s. I didn't know that. 2 cups of flour. We're going to use the old-fashioned sifter. I remember the 50s like it was yesterday. When we ate, we had to eat what was given to us or we don't get dinner. They were very strict back then, but you know, my parents were wonderful people. Here we go. Everything was basically made from scratch back in the olden days. I was born in 1954, so it's a long time ago, folks, when you really think about it. Here we go. Next thing is going to be a 1/4 cup of sugar. Yeah, the 50s was a nice time, you know. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Grab that. Here we go. I don't remember much in the 50s. It's funny, but yes, I know all 3 of us had to sit with my mom because I was born in 1954, because obviously I was a baby then. But in 1959, I was about maybe 4 years old, and yes, we had to eat what was given to us. One very popular dish back then was Welsh rabbit. I still, you know, have a recollection of that. Okay. Put this here. We're going to mix this together, and then we're going to go to the wet, and then we're going to bake them. Make sure everything is mixed together. I'm now adding in a cup of whole milk. Back in the 50s, we had a milkman that used to deliver our milk. Things have changed a lot. We used to wear a white uniform. And they came in glass bottles. I'll show you them in a minute. I actually went to order something online where they still have glass bottles. The milk tasted so good in the old-fashioned glass bottles. 1 egg. We even had an Eggman back then, I think. Yeah, we had an Eggman as well. 1 egg. And 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. It's amazing how different things are nowadays. Back then, we had no internet. Mix, mix, mix. Here we go. Now, if it's a little dry, add a little bit more milk in. You never know. Yeah, it's good. You want to make sure the batter is nice and moist. Chicken a la king was another popular dish in the 50s. Okay. Grease your muffin tin. Grab your ice cream scooper. Make sure it's all greased together. I'm going to make sure the muffin tins are nice and greasy. So when I'm ready to get it out later, they'll pop right out. Alright, here we go. Make sure you don't want to have very small muffins. You want it almost up to the brim because you want to make sure they're big. You don't want to have small muffins. Put this in the oven at 350 and bake this for about 15-20 minutes. Well, a very wonderful treat that we used to have growing up was Mom always put chocolate frosting on top of the muffins. It was a fantastic treat we used to have. Delicious and wonderful. She used milk chocolate. I always remember exactly the kind she used back in the 50s. Here we go. You don't have to put a lot on, just a little bit. Yeah, it was old-fashioned muffins from the 1950s. This one's a very small one. I don't know how it got so small, probably to put enough in the muffin tin. Alright, and here we have a delicious old-fashioned muffin. Old-fashioned muffins from the fabulous 50s from Deborah. Some countries have a great day. Please subscribe to my wonderful YouTube channel.